chapter of the season. Just before half-time, McDermott nearly put this vital promotion clash out of City's reach. Beardsley plays a 1-2 with Keegan, and when he crossed, McDermott steamed in to crash the ball first time, but Alex Williams somehow saved with his legs. 2 minutes after the interval, City were back in it. This speculative through ball fell right to Steve Kinsey's feet, and a fine lob left Kevin Carr stranded. It was the signal for City to mount a wave of attacks. With this incident coming up was the closest they came to scoring an equaliser. Kinsey's cross hit Glenn Roeder on the heel. Jeff Clark headed out the first attempt, but United got into a terrible tangle when Neil McNabb shot from long range. McCreary blocked, but neither John Anderson or Carr went for the ball. Luckily for Newcastle, City fullback May missed. What a crucial win that might prove to be. Kevin Keegan, by the way,
determined to make the most of every minute. United's early bombardment took just 9 minutes to produce a goal. Beardsley floats the ball to Keegan, a neat touch and a devastating finish from Waddle. Just on half-time, Keegan catches out keeper Andy Dibble with a shot measured to perfection. That's 2-0. This move produced Newcastle's penalty and third goal. Keegan and Waddle both involved till Beardsley takes it up, and that challenge was ruled illegal, and it's another gift for Keegan on its way. Scoring chances like that are too precious to turn down, and that's his 21st of the season. Cardiff's lone reply came from this free kick, powerfully driven shot by Nigel Vaughan that needs little help from the post. But nothing could take the day away from Keegan as he takes United's promotion push. And
Thames reports United fans discovered a top three place is by no means a foregone conclusion.
A marvellous atmosphere on Saturday, though a full house saw the Londoners settle quicker, especially the live wire David Speedy, whose 16th minute header was cleared off the line by John Anderson. In fact, Newcastle found it hard to make any impression up front. This drive from David McCreary was their only serious strike on goal in the whole first half. Just after the break came United's best chance of the lead. Chris Waddle fed John Anderson on the overlap, an excellent cross, but Kevin Keegan was unable to direct the header on target. After 52 minutes, Chelsea produced the goal they threatened. Dangerous Pat Nevin perfectly timed his pass to Speedy, and the former Darlington striker did the rest. A superbly taken goal by another talented player who was allowed to lead the region. It was the Liverpool old firm who did the trick. Kenny Wharton pumped a long ball towards Keegan, a really cheeky little back heel, and Terry McDermott was following up to crack in the equaliser. 1-1 and 20 minutes left. Newcastle dominated the final stages with this run from John Truitt setting up the best scoring chance. Beardsley rolled a deliberate pass to Waddle, but for once Newcastle's man in form blasted the ball wide. Last-minute frustration for Waddle, and Newcastle can't afford to drop many more home points.
United's trip to Wales in mid-October was to yield 6 points. Playing in their first ever Sunday game, Newcastle went ahead when Kenny Wharton headed in Terry McDermott's free kick. A fine goal which delighted Newcastle supporters who'd stayed the extra 24 hours. Swansea were to pull a goal back in the second half when defender Chris Marustic volleyed home a half clearance. But Newcastle weren't going to settle for a draw. David Mills's fine crossfield pass sent Terry McDermott away down the right. McDermott found Peter Beardsley in the penalty area, Beardsley returned the compliment, and Mills was to meet the cross, which gave United a 2-1 victory. 3 days later at Cardiff, Newcastle again went into a first-half lead. A bit of a scramble in the Cardiff area, and while Terry McDermott appealed for a penalty, Keegan dived to head home. The goal set up a rare away double for United, and in the second half, Peter Beardsley was to score the first of his 20 goals this season, as Newcastle United ran out 2-0 winners. It was enough to keep the crowds rolling into St James's Park, even despite the seemingly annual premature exit from the League Cup, this time to 3rd Division Oxford. But on a sunny Saturday afternoon at the end of October, Beardsley, Keegan and Chris Waddle took promotion rivals Manchester City well and truly apart.
Andy May then on the ball, but he's let in Waddle here surely. Great save by Williams, but Beardsley picked it up. He's round one man, the keeper's struggling, superbly tucked away by Peter Beardsley, 1-0. McDermott forward, Keegan with a touch, and it's Chris Waddle galloping into space. He's left Kinsey for dead. Now can he find the man to finish it off? Keegan's there, and Keegan has scored. He started it, he's finished it. This is Beardsley chasing. He's got away from his marker. Slipped it through, Waddle, fine save, Beardsley, He never stopped running, Peter Beardsley, and he got his reward. Waddle now. It's a fine ball through for Beardsley. Could this be the hat-trick? What a superb 3 goals from Peter Beardsley. Every one a gem. Now McDermott to Keegan. A superb crossfield ball there. It's found Waddle. Now Waddle shoots. He scored. Waddle gets his name on the score sheet, and the rout of sitting is complete.
I wanted Peter Beardsley, and I wanted Peter Beardsley because I'd stalked him for a long time. I don't think there's a limit to really what he can achieve, because he's got that unknown quality that sometimes he doesn't even know what he's going to do, so defenders don't know what he's going to do. He's got the ability to score goals, he's got the ability to make goals. I think the sky's the limit for him.
Around 25,000 people come to watch second division football at St James's Park. They've always loved a goal scorer here, and there are 2 on view today, chasing a landmark. Kevin Keegan, with 4 goals in Newcastle's last 5 league games, needs just 2 more to reach 150 in his Football League career. And bear in mind, he had 3 seasons out of the competition, playing in West Germany for Hamburg. While Derek Hales recently passed the 150 mark in league and cup games for Charlton, and that puts him 11 short of their all-time club record held by Stuart Leary. Both teams are unchanged. Newcastle are hoping for big things from number 8 Peter Beardsley, signed from Vancouver Whitecaps recently, but a Geordie by birth, and now striking up a promising partnership with another local product, Chris Waddle, who's been doing very well at number 9. And Charlton have a recent acquisition in their number 9 shirt. He's Ronnie Moore from Rotherham United. Manager Lenny Lawrence keeps the side thrashed at Brighton last week, because prior to that, Charlton had made their best start to a season for 24 years. Referee this afternoon is Peter Tilsley from Stockport. And it's Newcastle in the famous stripes, playing from left to right in the first half, attacking the Gallowgate end. Charlton are wearing red shirts, white shorts. Flags up already, but the referee could let play go there. Forward came Hazelwood with the header, and it's turned back by Anderson. Header was by Curtis. Forward by Ryan. Keegan is chasing, and Nicky Johns comes out. Keegan. Free kick. Carney coming forward for Newcastle, but Dermott takes over. And again, the runner is Keegan. Just look at the energy there. And those 2 should know how to find each other. 2 former Liverpool and England players, Keegan being supported well by McDermott. There's Carney. Saunders, with Ryan going up the left, having to check. Here's Harris. Oh, well played. This is grit. Well done by Charlton. 3 waiting in the centre. And Hales near post. Blocked by Carney initially. And here's Hazelwood. Quite a bright attack that by Charlton, who believe in getting the ball wide and then trying to seek out Hales on the near post. Keegan. And Beardsley was in there. Oh, and he's round the goalkeeper with a chance. And Dickinson off the line. Brilliant save. And Beardsley thought he was on for his first goal for Newcastle. He went past Nicky Johns. He thought he'd done it. But what a good clearance by Kevin Dickinson, the 20-year-old fullback. And ahead of this time by Hales. Really good covering behind the keeper as the rain lashes down. Keegan with the twist and turn. Lenny Lawrence, the manager of Charlton for just under a year, doing a sound job. Saunders slipped a bit there. The pitch will be greasy on top now after this rain. Here's Harris. And McDermott. McCreary. Ryan. Looks for Beardsley in the centre. On this wing is Keegan. McDermott. And Anderson comes through with the drive. Good effort by John Anderson. Really well turned out too by Nicky Johns. Corner quickly taken. McDermott. Waddle. And Ryan's in a good position to curl it. John Ryan, who leaves tomorrow for Hungary with the England under-21 party, supporting the Newcastle attack. And the corner move worked short again, involving Terry McDermott. Here's Moore. In support is Grit. There are four waiting in the middle. Had to be taken quickly by Carney. Charlton get their first corner, which I would imagine Hazelwood may try to curl in with his left foot, because that's the way they work them at Charlton, on that side. Moore is on the near post, Hale's almost on the line, and Les Berry in support. And away by Ryan. Dowman got a header in. Curtis with a shot, and it's gone in. A real blow for Newcastle. And the young fullback, strange how some fullbacks have a habit of getting in the penalty area and others don't. As that corner was only half cleared, it was knocked back in. And Paul Curtis scored his second goal for Charlton. He notched one last season. This was after half an hour's play, and Lenny Lawrence on the training ground down in South London this week was saying, let's always put Curtis in the penalty area. He'll occasionally notch you a goal. That's exactly what's happened. Newcastle go one down. McDermott. Anderson. Flying header out by Dowman. And Nicky Johns, who's very commanding, as he's entitled to be with his build, on taking crosses like that. At the other end, the Newcastle keeper had little chance there when Charlton took the lead. Lofted towards Keegan. Wharton trying to back up. Ryan. Keegan knocked it down. Waddle. Turned in, and Keegan was on the far post. The chance there, and Beardsley's got a chance, and he's missed it as well. Extraordinary. McCreary appealed for a handball in there somewhere. Keegan knocked it back in. It looked as if it was going to be Beardsley to finish it in the end, but he couldn't. McDermott with the cross. Keegan's in there again. So is Ryan. And that's harmless. Well, Charlton have lived dangerously at times, but to their credit, they've marked well and they've covered well. Because in front of the goalkeeper, there have been bodies around the place, like Les Berry, to sometimes save the situation in and around the 6-yard box. On by Mountford. Hales. Anderson. McDermott and Beardsley making runs down this side. Stoppage time at the end of the first half. McCreary, McDermott. Beardsley. McDermott. And the referee blows at the end of what for Newcastle was a frustrating first half. But give Charlton some credit. They bounced back from a bad defeat last week, and they lead at half-time thanks to a goal by Paul Curtis, who's got his chance in the team because of the injury to Terry Naylor. A day of memories for one of the most famous figures in the history of North East football, Jackie Milburn. It's 37 years ago this week since he figured in Newcastle United's record 13-0 win here at St James's Park against Newport County in a second division match. 3 internationals, Terry McDermott and Kevin Keegan, both once of England, and David McCreary, still of Northern Ireland. But can their experience pull Newcastle out of the wood here? It's nearly a year since Charlton won an away match. That was at Leeds last November, and it's 30 years since they won here at St James's Park in the 53-54 season. But they're leading 1-0 today, and here's more. Keegan. McCreary forward to Beardsley. Wharton, Keegan. Dermott's over on the right wing. Keegan couldn't find him, but did get the rebound. This is Berry for Charlton. Derek Hales and Steve Carney. On this slippery surface now, defenders having to be very careful. Forward for Waddle. Keegan's in there, Beardsley's in there, and he's got a chance, and Kenny Wharton had a chance. Waddle is there, and he couldn't make contact. Waddle at the last, trying to get the header on it. Beardsley seemed to take his time, he was looking for a shooting chance. It fell for Kenny Wharton to scoop it. Waddle was coming in, but still, Charlton keep the ball out. Berry, they're marking Keegan so closely, as you might expect. Here's Wharton. Anderson. Beardsley's made a run down the right. Terry McDermott supporting just inside. So is Keegan. This is Beardsley. Away by Berry as the other players come from midfield. Ryan. Anderson. And that's Curtis. Not quite sure who was around him, giving away a corner. Saunders with the flick on the near post. McCreary's diving header, and it won't go in. It's a corner again. Wes Saunders flicked it on at the near post, and David McCreary threw himself for what seemed a certain goal. But Charlton again scrambled the ball away from on the line. Beardsley, Waddle, and easy for Nicky Johns. And the attendance this afternoon at St James's Park, still a very, very good return on a wet day for a second division match. 23,247. That's loyalty for you, and that's tradition. Ronnie Moore out to the left. Number 9. Now it's Dickinson. There's a good run here in the middle, but Mountford slipped. It might come back to Carl Harris. Newcastle United forced to make the substitution. The attack is doing very little, And Arthur Cox is pushing on David Mills. The player to come off, Kenny Wharton. Funny when managers make a substitution, the opposing manager almost immediately has to do something, and Lenny Lawrence has gone down again from the director's box to the bench to rearrange Charlton's thinking. Here's Grit. And at the moment, Mills has gone into the outside right position. In the back, Les Berry on Chris Waddle. Ryan. Keegan, there was an arm around the neck there, surely. Beardsley. McDermott. Beardsley again. Anderson's there as well. So is Ryan, the other fullback. And Ryan got the ball in the flick on by Waddle. And there it is! And of course, it's Kevin Keegan. Who else? 1-1. And a good bit of play by John Ryan. He cut the ball back from the dead ball line. Waddle got the flick on. And Keegan makes it 149 league goals in his career and pulls the afternoon round for Newcastle after 72 minutes. Doesn't matter how badly your side are playing, if you've got Keegan, you've got a chance. What a well-taken goal by the man whose head never drops. Got to come out. The lad's only 20 and he had to make some sort of a challenge, but it was late and he's being booked. Paul Curtis. McDermott, Waddle, Keegan into the wall. Keegan again. Those benches have seen a great feverish activity. Arthur Cox on his feet, knowing his side didn't really play all that well until the goal. Anderson's gone down the right wing, and that's going to be a corner. McDermott with the kick. And Keegan again! To Newcastle, and Keegan sees the fans happy, and Lenny Lawrence can only reflect that you do everything you can in defence and he'll still turn a game. Charlton overhauled with 9 minutes to go, and Kevin Keegan makes it 150 goals in the Football League and turns a very disappointing Newcastle performance into the possibility of 3 points. A landmark for Keegan, but a complete change on the face of the match. Hazelwood. It came with about 9 minutes to go. And Newcastle are at last playing well. Waddle. And McDermott's in the penalty area, and Waddle's going to run the ball out. Goal kick. Well, McDermott took that corner, but the crowd can only reflect again that wherever Keegan has taken his talents, he's taken his immense enthusiasm. When other heads were dropping, it was the same wherever else he played. Southampton before this. Here at Newcastle, he's got the fans singing again. Harris looking to cross it. And Mountford, offside against Hazelwood. On the near post to us. And now a Charlton substitution. He won't get a corner. It's offside. Kevin Smith, midfield player, is about to come on, and Peter Mountford is the man coming on.